Hey folks, how we doing today? Me again, Shannon Fox here, Devoted Patriots 2 channel. Before I get started, let me say a few things before I forget. I'm planning to do a live stream with Face of America here in the next couple of days, if I can arrange that. And the day before yesterday, I did a live stream with Ultra MAGA Patriot for Life. If you don't know the channel, go check him out. He's the master of memes, and he does live streams a couple times a day. But I did a live stream over there with Tim from Ultra MAGA, and had a great time. Plan on probably doing that again sometime here in the near future. But at any rate, go check that out, Ultra MAGA Patriot for Life and Face of America's channel as well, if you don't know those folks. So much going on in the news this week about the word deep fakes, especially when it comes to Barack Obama handling Joe Biden by the wrist and then putting his arm around him and coaxing him to the back of the stage. He looked like a geriatric patient being led around by his nurse. No doubt about it. It was kind of sad, but seeing how Joe acted just days earlier, getting lost in a crowd of people just wandering around, kind of spaced out, just kind of wanders away at the G7 summit. They literally got to corral this guy from now on, or put a leash on him. They're going to have to get one of those child leashes, you hook around their waist. They're going to have to get one for Biden before long. Or like this photo here, maybe just get some straight up puppet strings to control him from above, because this guy's a meat puppet at this point. He's just about full blown zombie. Just my opinion, but he is in zombie mode, and I think he's getting worse. And if not so much getting worse, they're letting us see the full picture now. I think for a long time the media has been covering for Biden and his slip ups and his gaffes, and basically censoring a lot of that information by editing it before we ever get to see it. I don't think they're into that anymore. I think they're just letting the cards fall where they may, letting us see Biden in full decline, struggling to get in an SUV, struggling to get off stage, struggling to find out what planet he's on. I mean, he looks so lost. So to watch this man struggle when he looks around, he looks like he's either on drugs or just totally spaced out. Speaking about drugs, CBS made a statement today about how Biden may be using some kind of extracurricular enhancements for his debate, for his physical being, meaning they're going to juice him up. That's basically what they said in so many words. They kind of word salad it up. I'll bring you an article about that as soon as I bring that back up. But before I get into that, this is what you call a deep fake. This is a meme. This is what everybody's seen. Even if you watch the video, this is what everybody's seen when they watch that clip. Now, for the news to be treating it like somehow it was manipulated or something, that's just crazy, folks. The truth of the matter is, the whole world seen what happened, and I think maybe even Barack Obama planned it this way. Just kind of the virtue signal, the whole thing that I got your back, Joe. Put your arm around him and walk him off stage, even though he is decrepit and old. I'll still be here for you. I got your back. I believe that's what the virtue signal was of the whole event. Or maybe Joe just needed corralling. Who really knows at this point. But I got a couple video clips here for you I want to bring to y'all today. Some crazy stuff going on the internet at times. Now this guy right here, I've listened to him several times on Facebook. He's got a huge channel on Twitter as well. But this guy right here is speaking the absolute truth, and I just really love to see it. Let me see if I can draw this in. All right, here we go. This is golden, folks. Listen to it's about 3 or 4 minutes long, but it's definitely worth it. It's about how we should all be treating each other, and when he gets to the end of it, he explains the difference between Republicans and Democrats, and he does it with such a crisp, precise, eloquent way that everybody need to hear it. I love it. I love it. Check it out. Here we go.
A transgender person lose their shit over absolutely nothing. This is my story. Yesterday, I called up an old veteran buddy of mine and my dad's, and I ain't seen him in a while, and I wanted to take him to dinner and just kind of catch up. So I called him up, asked him to supper. He said, yeah, and I met him down at the restaurant in the parking lot. We walked in together, went and sat down at the booth, and the waitress come up to us and said, hey, can I get y'all something to drink? He said, yes, ma'am, I believe I'm going to have a sweet tea. Zach, what are you going to have? Before I could answer, the waitress cut my buddy off and said, excuse me, but I don't really believe in genders. I actually identify as they, them. So whenever you address me, can you make sure that you address me as they, them? He goes, I don't care about that. Zach, you gonna have sweet tea? I said, yes, sir. He said, 2 sweet teas, please. They walk off, bring back the tea. When they set the teas down on the table, they say, just consider what I told you. This is a new day and time, and you really need to honor what people identify as. He goes, okay, I'll consider it. Well, me and him sitting there shooting shit, chewing the fat, shit like that, and she comes back about 5 minutes later, says, can I get y'all something to eat? He said, yes, I'm gonna believe I'm gonna have the all-American cheeseburger. Zach, what you gonna have? I said, I'll have the same all-American cheeseburger, just add bacon to it. And they say, okay, well, have you considered what I told you about earlier? He said, I'm still considering, but I tell you what, before you run off, would you mind topping off this tea? Because he had drank about that much out of his glass. They ran, got him the tea, brought it back to the table. While we were waiting on our food, waitress passed on by again, stopped by the table and said, do you need any more explanation? Like, I would really like to talk about this some more, the way I can get you a full understanding of why I am the way I am. He said, no, I don't need any more explanation, but I tell you what I do need. I need you to top off this tea for me. There's some good tea right here. They take the tea, they go and top it off, they bring it back to the table. The food comes out, and we sitting there eating, and as we're eating, they come by and they say, hey, y'all need anything else? Y'all need ketchup or anything like that? And say, no, we're good. It's delicious. Thank you. And before they walk off from the table, they say, you sure you don't want to talk about this some more? I really feel like I can get through to you. He goes, no, I just want to eat my cheeseburger, but I tell you what I do need. I need you to top off this tea for me. I'm telling you, some of the best tea I've ever had. They go, top off the tea, and come back. Now, let's fast forward to when they bring the check. When they bring the check, they walk up to the table, and they throw the check on the table, okay? And they say, you're going to accept me for who I am, okay? You have been dodging this situation since you walked in here. You are going to accept me for who I am. I am a person. You can't deny that, and you need to honor my wishes about who I identify as, and you need to address me as such. Well, my buddy takes his last bite of hamburger.
Oh, fix to get good, folks. Here's the best part. I love it. Here we go.
Wipes his mouth, looks up and says, let me explain something to you, the difference between me and you, okay? I was going to tip you very well because you were a very good waiter. You really were. You were fantastic. My tea was always full. You checked on us throughout the entire meal and everything, but because of what you just did, you just explained something to me that I already knew about you. You being noticed and acknowledged is more important than you getting paid, because now you get no tip. You see, because you were rude to us right here at the end of our meal. And up until this point, you were a pretty good waiter. I didn't do anything bad towards you. I didn't misaddress you. I just didn't address you as anything. But because I didn't adhere to your little agenda, you got mad. So now you've explained to me that it's way more important for you to be acknowledged than it is for you to be paid. And that's the difference between Republicans and Democrats. We want what's in the pocket. Y'all want some kind of recognition, and I'm not going to give it to you. We walk out of the door of the restaurant after that, and I looked at him. I said, man, well, like, how'd you know that was going to happen? And he looked at me and he said, Zach, I'm old, buddy, but I've learned a few things throughout the years. Most people, when they come at you, they just want a reaction. Because if they get a reaction out of you, it means they have power over you. If you give them no reaction, they have no power over you. And that drives people crazier than you can even imagine. Keep that in mind next time you're in a situation like this. So I learned something today. Not every action deserves an equal and opposite reaction. Sometimes you just got to kill them with kindness. That's some cool shit. And she lost her shit over absolutely nothing. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to go back there today and get her fired. Because, you know, that's who I am as a person. Love y'all to death. Y'all enjoy. Shit.
Kill him with kindness. I said that many times myself in life. I really love that statement, just because when you can put it in somebody's face, bring it right back to them, and humble them with something, there's no better way to get even with them. That's better than revenge. It's kind of like what's going on with our country right now. Everybody's either on Team Trump or on Team Trump needs to go to jail. And there's not much in between. There is everybody that's either on Team Trump or feel bad for the guy. I don't know anything about politics, but you see how he's being treated, like so many of the people that are pretty much the non-voters. And then you've got this other side, which is progressive, hating, mad at themselves, angry at the world, screaming salty tears. The people that are just can't handle the fact that they can't stop Trump. All these allegations, all these convictions, all this hoaxes, all this rhetoric, all this media attack on Trump doesn't faze him. And that's why the left is so enraged. They're not just enraged because he's coming back and they can't stop it. That's putting a thorn in their graw for sure. But the fact that it rolls off his back like water off a duck. Every time they throw something at him, he markets it and gets supporters out of it, fundraisers off of it like his mugshot. He's unstoppable at this point. And I'm starting to hear those words more and more in the news cycle. Words like inevitable and unstoppable. Words that are precluding the fact that Biden can't win. And I'm hearing it not just on Fox News and ABC and CBS and NBC. I'm hearing it on every station. Over the last couple of days, I've been hearing this one pretty much same mantra that what are the Democrats going to do? Are they going to swap out Kamala for Hillary? Are they going to put Hillary in there, swap out Joe for somebody? Are they going to bump Kamala up, have Joe resign and have Kamala step up and put somebody? They're trying to come up with something. They are literally throwing food at the wall, hoping it will stick today, and it's not working very well for them. They're in full-blown panic mode. It's easy to see. It's actually a good thing, other than they're a bunch of rabid dogs at this point. But truth be known, I think they're going to get everything they deserve in November for treating people just the way this woman tried, or this he, she, they, them, whatever you want to call this person, this waiter, what I would call him, this waiter, tried to treat these two men. People need to be treated fairly in this country. I believe in equality 100%. But I think I would have tried to handle the situation like these guys did, with perfection and with a little bit of class. The left are the ones that are angry and ugly and violent. We don't have to be that as Republicans. We've got God on our side. We've got the truth on our side. We've got the groundswell of support on our side because we have a real leader versus a zombie being led around by a criminal at galas and fundraising events in Hollywood. Now, I got another video clip here I wanted to bring to y'all today. I thought was pretty crazy as well. You may have already seen this one, but this is what's his name? Oh, Marlon Wayans. I'm sure you know the Wayans brothers, comedians. They were did In Living Color and so many movies. But at any rate, he has his own podcast channel, and Mr. Wayans does, and he had Fannie Willis's boyfriend, Nathan Wade, you know, Nathan's hot dog, Nathan Wade, in for an interview, and I don't think Nathan Wade expected it to go this bad. Let me show you what I'm talking about, folks. This is a crazy, comical
So let me ask
you interview, and it's all taken in lightheartedness for the most part, but I don't think Nathan Wade took it too well. Tell me what you think, folks. Too good.
When old girl was like, hey, babe, you want to be in charge of this prosecution of the President of the United States who did this insurrection? Did you think, like, this could get messy? Or you was like, nah, I'll be all right.
We did not have that type of relationship
Right.
at the outset, and we were interviewing other people for the position.
What position was it?
It was only the position of special prosecutor.
Did that position look like this? Or did that position look like this?
So no.
After Wade resigned as special prosecutor, Trump's law dogs still tried to use their relationship to get the case thrown out. They compelled his ass to testify and grilled this hard.
Did you go to a cabin with Miss Willis ever?
But the homie had answers.
Ever?
Ever.
And there was no delay, folks. That's real time.
No,
He's never booking a cabin.
I booked lots of cabins.
My question is, where you booking all these cabins?
So
How many district attorneys you be smashing in cabins?
Zero.
Is it Airbnb or Verbo? Where you be getting all these cabins from? That's what my people want to know.
Where do I get them?
All right.
And that was just a piece of the clip, folks. It gets a little raunchier from there, but I just thought I'd let y'all know that Nathan Wade is not off the hook yet. He looks as bad as Fannie Willis in this whole situation. I can't believe he actually was sleeping with the woman that got him the job to go after Trump. Did they not think this stuff was going to come out? You know, that is the very best thing about podcasting for me, is I get to share with the exposure of the stupidity that goes on from the left, the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that we find out about. I'm talking about whistleblower, James O'Keefe type stuff, O'Keefe Media Group. I would have to say is being able to bring a story that's not out there everywhere yet when I can, and hopefully I'm able to make a little bit of a difference in sharing the truth. That makes all the difference to me. That's all I got for you today, folks. Everybody have a great day. Like, subscribe, and share. Over and out.